Hello, here is my sample of my flowers. You can see they're very nice flowers. Oops, gotta get it out again. You guys can laugh at that. Okay. That is my flowers that I did, or the flowers I did. They're handmade, very nice. They're layered upon layered flowers, and they're made with poppy. Okay, there you go. And I will show you another sample. Pink, yellow underlining, purple and pink. Several different designs on google.com and leelee, and it's on Windows Live as well. Different photos on MySpace as well. leelee0223 at mail2bbc.com, and you can tell me what you think. This is just a sample. There's more different types of flowers, headbands, and hairs. So, leelee. Hope you like it. Bye-bye.